Hi guys, online students, is my voice is loud and clear? Everyone, could you please confirm? Done. So in the last class, we are discussing about the Power BI, and let's continue with the Power BI and Power Query. All right. So few options we have completed in the previous class, and still few more options are left. And those few options, whatever was left, we are going to discuss in today's class. And after discussing those few options, from there we'll move on to the DAX functions. Now, coming to this, so we are having in the Power Query or in the table, okay? And once you click on the transform data, now here you are having in terms of home page along with the transform and add column. Now already we have discussed here, already you know what is this uh, choose columns, which are the columns you have to, what is meant by choose columns means those columns will be selected, other columns will be removed. Remove columns means which columns you have selected, that columns will be removed. Keep rows means your rows will be selected, others will be removed. Remove rows means those rows will be removed. Choose the rows which you want to remove. Okay. Keep rows which you want to keep. These rows will be kept, others will be removed. Directly you can select the removing one, or you can choose the whichever you want. And you can keep the data either in the ascending order or in the descending order by choosing the sort. Or simply if you want, you can load the data set. Take one data set of your choice and then you load the data and you can explore something so that you will also understand more clearly. Let's add some data. So I'm trying to add some data, and here I'm going to take sheet 1, sheet 2 and sheet 3, all of them. What are the things are there? I'm going to add all of them and I'm going to click on the transform. Directly it will lead to the Power Query. Okay. Now here, if you choose here, starting with the choose columns, for example, I'm selecting this column and I'm going to click on the choose columns means it is going to choose that particular column. What are the column you are having? That particular column you are going to choose. For example, I want year, month, means only these two columns will be chosen and remaining will not be deleted automatically. Or if you want to remove anything, for example, I want to remove the columns, you are going to click on the remove column. So which are the columns you have selected, that particular columns will be removed. Remove columns means that columns will be removed. So you can choose either the whichever you want or which one you want to remove. Is the point is clear, guys? Everyone? Next, similarly, keep rows, remove rows. How you are having the columns in similar way, rows. Next, order. So here I'm going to keep in the month and I'm going to click in the ascending order. Ascending order means alphabetical order. Why alphabetical order? Because it is a categorical data. So alphabetical order. If it is a numerical data, then numerical data, numerical order will be there. What are the numerical order is there? It is going to keep in the numerical order, right? Now, first I'm going to select here, okay, this one. Can you see? I want this one in the ascending order, sort in the ascending order. And for this one, I don't require any kind of order. No order is required on this. Okay. And now here, I'm going to remove this. Okay. Next. So here you are going to get in the order. You are going to click on the ascending or descending order, this one. 2022, 22, 22, 23. You got in the ascending order. Is that clear? Ascending order. Next, split column. Split column means it is going to split the data. What are the data is there? It is going to split based on the delimiter. Delimiter or number of characters or by position or anything. Here different options are there to choose the splitting criteria. For example, I want to choose, okay, first 3 characters as one column and remaining characters as separate column. For example, I'm having the data like January, March, February, all these things. For example, let us take this one only. Here, how many values are there? 3 letters are there. But January month has only three letters, are no, right? Remaining letters are also available. March and but I required only three miss. What I'm going to choose? Just I'm going to split the column based on the first three characters. Or you can simply click the extract first three characters. Sir, what is the difference between extract versus split? Extract versus split means extract means it will extract the data and it will create the new column. Let's take an example like this. Okay, here I'm going to take the example something like this. Just give me a minute. In this DF, I'm creating one more column so that you'll understand more clearly what is the difference between the split versus extract. So here I'm going to take the month. What are the month is there? Name is January. Next, after that January, Feb. Next, March, April. Okay, something you are having like this. Now, this example, what are the example I have cited here? For this example, if I apply the split function, what happens? If I apply the extract function, what happens? Split means, okay, when I apply the split based on first three characters, when I apply the split, what is the output you are going to get means Jan UARY as separate. It is split. Okay, Feb UARY MARCH APRIL. This is split. When you apply the split, it will be splitted. When you apply the extract, okay, when you apply the extract, this column will be asterisk like this, and you are going to get the first three characters like this. What are the three characters? In everything, what are the three characters means Jan. What about the remaining? No, remaining will not be there. Only first three characters you ask it to extract, it is extracting first three characters. This is the difference. When you apply extract, when you apply the split. Point is clear? Split by first three characters. Using the first three characters, you want to split the data, extract the first three characters. Difference is clear, guys? Extract versus split. Understood? Now, same thing whatever we have done, if you want to apply, just you load this data. What are the example we have discussed? Just try to load this data only so that you'll also understand the same thing. Just try to load this data and click on both of them. Take one example and load it. Simple. So this one is the example, sheet 4. First load this data. What are the data is there? Just let me load here. In the Power BI, what are the Power Query is there? And so it is loading sheet 1, sheet 2 and sheet 3, which is already available. Sir, already you have loaded now. I have not loaded. I have transformed. I have clicked on the transform. Directly it went to the Power Query. So now that is the reason it is loading now. Okay. Earlier, if it is already loaded means it will not do that one. Since I have not done load, directly it was transformed. So now it is, in this case, it is loading now. Now I'm going to load the next one. Get data. And in the data, I'm going to load now sheet number 4. What are the sheet number 4 is there? Just I'm trying to load. And once I have loaded the data, only sheet 4. Okay, what are the sheet 4 is there? Now, here I'm having the sheet 4 data. In this data, I'm having like this, and I'm going to click on the transform data. And once I click on the transform data, what are the sheet 4 is there? Now here, I'm going to click on the split by number of characters. How many characters? 3 characters. Okay. And this number of characters, just see, I'm going to split them. Even month also was splitted. Month is not a row now. Basically, month is column name. So first, let me convert this one without splitting. First, what are the data I'm having? First, let me keep here what are the use first row as headers. Okay, month will now go to that one. Now after keeping the month as header, now what are the values are there? Now values I'm going to split by using the number of characters, 3 characters. First 3 characters as one, next remaining values as another one. Can you see just whatever I have told you? This is split. Sir, without split, so I'm not splitting, guys. So without splitting, what I'm going to do is, without splitting, I'm clicking on the extract. Here there is an option called as extract, and I'm going to click on the first 3 characters, and I'm going to click on the OK. Now remaining AURY you are not able to see. Point is clear. The difference between extract versus split is clear, right? Next, after that, group by, already I told you. After that, use row as the headers. First row as the headers, already completed. Replace, already completed. And merge queries, append queries, everything are completed, right? In this home page, what are the options are there? Everything are completed. To combine the files, how we are going to combine the different tables? We are going to get the data in the tables, and first we are going to combine the tables followed by all of them. Now, in the transform also, we have completed all the options like split the column, formatting. In the last class, we have discussed all these formats also. Now, what is left is number data for numerical data. So for numerical data, I'm going to take one numerical column like this one. So for numerical column only, I can apply all these functions. How I have applied for the text data, these things, split, format, extract. For example, I want to convert all of them to uppercase. I want to convert to uppercase. Now what I have to do? Select the month column, click on the format, click on the uppercase. Everything will be converted to uppercase. Right? Now, similarly for sales, see in the sales, I'm having the different values. Sum, minimum, maximum, median, average, standard deviation, count distinct values. What is meant by count values means length function. Count distinct values means n unique function, number of unique values. Okay. Now here I'm going to select this one and I'm applying the sum. Sum means it is going to give me the sum. What are the sum value is there, right? At the same time, now you might ask a question, sir, some value I want to show in the dashboard. Or you know what you have to select? Card. In the card, you have to show the sum. Okay. In the dashboard, if you want to show means you have to choose the dash. What are the we are having there? So sum, you know what is minimum. So select this column once again and click on the minimum. Basically, these are only DAX functions, you know. Once we enter into the DAX and they'll tell you sum. First function name is sum. Second function name is minimum of. So now just observe this one, guys. Clearly observe. Here, if I click on this one and if I click on the statistics. So first, before clicking on that, first what I have done, selected the column. Which column? Total size. This total size of which sheet? Which is the sheet number? Sheet number 3. This sheet number 3 is called as table name. Sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, sheet 4, they are called as table names. Table 1, table 2, table 3, table 4. If you want to rename, you can rename. Right? Already you know how to rename the tables. Now, here you can rename the tables. Now, in that table 3, that is sheet 3, in that total says, I'm selecting the minimum value. What is the minimum value you have got? 100. Now, here you got by clicking on that. By clicking on that. Instead of clicking on that, go to table. Again, I'm going back to the table. That is my sheet 3. So now in the sheet 3, only one value was left. Why? Remaining values where? Where is the remaining values, guys? What happened? Miss? Because you created, you clicked on the transform. Transform means convert the existing one. So existing one was completely converted. So you have converted to table like that. That single value you have converted to table. Instead of adding a new row or something, you have converted as a table. Right? Now, coming to this, So total sales, and once I click on the transform, in that if I click on the minimum, it gives the minimum value. Now observe this one clearly. Okay, I'm going into the dashboard. In the dashboard, okay, here I'm going to open the sheet number 3. Okay, sheet number 3, and here I'm going to keep the card. In the card, I'm going to select the sales. In the sales, first I'm going to select the what value, what are in the sheet 3, what are the total sales is there. Total sale I'm going to calculate here. First is there, last is there. Last means maximum, first means minimum. So you're going to get the minimum sales here. That is also 100. No, this one also I don't require. Here, what are the column names I'm having? Month, total sales, and year. Now, total sales, can you see any symbol side to that? Generally, it should be of what symbol? Sigma. Why it is not the sigma means there might be some reason, just we have to observe. In our sheet 3, what are the total sales are there? This total sales, why it is not in that means format. What is the format? It is text format. You have to modify this one to data type. What are the data type is there? We have to modify the data type to whole number, means number, numerical data. We have to convert to numerical data. Now automatically sigma was added. It is in the wrong data type. Basically, it is in the string format. String of 120, string of 100, string. It is in the string format. That is the reason it has not shown the sigma. Now when I have converted the data type, okay, as type of this one, automatically it was converted. Now it is in like this. Now what are the, this one is there, I'm copying here. I'm now automatically you can see min, max, everything. Can you see minimum? What is the minimum value? Minimum sales is 100. Is that okay? So earlier in the transform data, observe clearly guys, one more time I'm explaining. Why I'm explaining this one, now you'll understand the reason. See, in the sheet 3, first I'm citing the sheet 3. In the sheet 3, first what are the total sales are there? Total sales, and I'm going to click on the transform. In that, I'm going to calculate the minimum. It is going to give me the minimum value as 100. Here it has given the 100. Where? This, all these things are done where? In which one? Within the Power Query. Within the Power Query, you have done all these things. Within the Power Query, and you have calculated this one by clicking on the transform and clicking on the minimum. Where you have clicked all these things? Remember one more time. Within the Power Query, within the transform, within that statistics functions option you have clicked, and you got that answer. Same answer. Here you got, what are the answer is there? Same answer you got here by using the min. How you got this value? How you got means you have taken this one. Here you have selected the minimum in the Power BI desktop. Two things are completed. Now third one I am going to show you. In this sheet 3, I am creating a new measure. New measure. Click on the new measure. Once you click on the new measure, here I am writing the function name. What is the function name is minimum. Minimum. Min. Min is the function. Now inside the min function, I have to give the values. What values I have to give? Sheet 3. Within the sheet 3. Sir, how you get that sheet 3 means, first you have to write the inverted quote. In that you are writing the sheet 3. In the sheet 3, total sales. And after setting the total sales, close the bracket. And what is this one called as? Let's give this one min underscore sales, something. Now can you see here? One calculated measure. Calculator you have got? Calculator symbol. What is this calculator symbol means? It is going to have the measure. Now I'm going to take the one more card separately. One more card separately. In this card, directly I'm going to keep the minimum sales. Same answer. See how many options I have shown you? In the Power Query, I have shown you the minimum value by just clicking on that. Here I have shown you just by dragging the total sales. Here you have to change as min. Third one is create a measure only, separate measure for that and keep that one in the card. Total 3 options. Now in this third option, last option, what is the last option I told you? This one. From where you got this one? By using the min function. Now you have written the function, or without writing the function you have got? By writing the function. So this function is called as DAX function basically. DAX means not only minimum, all the functions, writing the function and getting the measures. Here the point is, okay, in the Power BI, we are going to learn 2 points. Point number 1. What is the first point is called as? Point number 1 is calculated measure. Second one is called as calculated column. Calculated measure, calculated column. Point is clear? Now, what is difference? Observe very clearly. Again, I'm taking one more different example. This example has buying price, or let us keep the sales, and this is called as expenditure. 2 columns are there. Sales are 100, expenditure is 20. Sales are 100, expenditure is 45. Sales are 150, expenditure is 30. Sales are 190, expenditure is 200. Sales are 140 or 130. Here I'm having the 200. Okay, or this one let us take as 195. And this one is 200 and this one is 100 and this one 17 230 and this one is 300. Something you are having like this. Okay, now tell me what is the total sales? What is the total sales? Total sales means you are going to do the total of this column and you are going to get a single value or multiple values. Single value, that is called as measure. That is called as measure. Now what is column? Column means based on these 2 columns, create a new column called as profit or loss. A new column name is called as profit or loss. See, observe. I'm just trying to load this data in the Power BI. Instead of showing in the Excel, I'm trying to open in the Power BI. Okay. Click on work, close and apply. This again, let me load here one more data. Click on the data, click on Excel, and I'm going to load the sheet, one more sheet with one more example, that is sheet 5. Load. Done. Now I'm removing this one and I'm removing all these things. Now just open the sheet 5, which what are the table just now was created. How many columns are there? 2 columns. One is called as sales and one is called as expenditure. Now I'm here for the sheet 5. For the sheet 5, 3 dots are there. For the sheet 4 also 3 dots are there. For each sheet separately 3 dots are there. I'm selecting for the sheet 5 3 dots. In the 3 dots, first, what is the first one you are having? New measure. What is the second one? New column. 2 things are there. First, I'm going to explain for you measure followed by column. First, measure. In this measure, I'm going to give the measure as sum of sales. The measure name is what? Total sales. Sum of sales or total sales. Now in the total sales, what is the I'm going to do means sum. Function name is what? Sum. In that I have to give the input. What is the input I'm going to give? sheet 5. Sheet, what is the sheet number? 5. In that which column? This one. So literally you are applying the df of sales dot sum. In the pandas, df of sales dot sum, the same thing. Now this value will be stored. Where that sum will be stored? What are the total is there? Where it is getting stored? In the total sales. Now what are the value it was stored? I want to see that value. For that, what I'm going to use? Card, and I'm going to bring into the card the value. What is the total sale? 1100. This is value, single value, okay, which is called as measure. Now this is the one. Now same thing, I want to create a new column. What is a new column I want? Means profit or loss, which is nothing but sales minus expenditure. That is the column name. What is the column name? See here, I'm creating a, click on the new column. And what is the column it has to create? What is the column name? Left side I'm writing the column name. What is the column name it has to create is profit underscore loss. Both. Anything can be there. So how it will be calculated? So sales minus. How to calculate the sales minus expenditure? How to set the sales first? Sheet 5. Within the sheet 5. Sheet 5. What are the sales is there? Sales minus within the sheet 5 expenditure column. And I'm going to click on the OK. Now see here, a new column was created. Now how I can know a new column is there or not? Just open in the table view. Sheet 5 in the table view. Column is available or not? What is the difference between that one versus this one means? That is measure. This is column. Calculated measure, calculated column. What is the difference means? Measure will be single, column will have the multiple values. Difference is clear? Calculated measure versus calculated column. Everyone understood? Sir, how you brought into the table, sir? Very simple. This is report view. This is table view. If you want to see the table, click on the table view. You will automatically go into the table. Clear, guys? If you want the report view, open the report view. Report view or table. And in the table, you can see a column. It is a created column. And this is the measure. So now can you see here this one? Can you see clearly the symbol? What are the symbol is there? Profit or loss summation symbol is there. At the same time, only summation is there means it is considered as numerical data. But in the backend, something is there. What is that something is nothing but called as calculated column. It is created column. It is not the given column. It is created column. And created column also based on the other columns. For example, if in the table you are not having the expenditure, let us remove this expenditure. How to remove the column? How to remove the column, guys? I don't want expenditure. How to remove? So now I'm going to click on the transform data. So in the transform data, go with this one in the sheet 5. Sir, in the sheet 5, why 2 columns only is available? Third column is not available now, sir. Miss, you have not clicked on the save now. Once you click on the save, it will be saved. What are the values are there? The values will be saved. When you don't click on the save, the values will not be saved. Now here, what are the column is there? This particular column, if I want to delete, simply I'm deleting here itself. Okay, automatically it is going to give the error. Why it is giving the error? Because it is dependent on the that one. In this formula, that column also included. So that is the reason it is giving the error like this. Now, if you want to get back, okay, I mean, I want the back. What are the column I have created? That is expenditure column. How to get back? Here, any steps are available. Back steps are available. Applied steps. If you are having here left side applied steps, you can do that one. when you are not having the applied steps, that is the reason why we should not do the in the table view deletion. In the table view, if you do the deletion, this is the problem. Applied steps, you cannot go back, or you cannot create that one or anything. Again, you have to reload the data. Undo. As one of the student is saying that undo. Control Z is not working. Right? Now, so what are the table view here? You are having this one. It will be no use because that is dependent on the other column. So calculated column is clear. Now I'm adding the new column, and the new column, if it is depending on other column is okay. If it is not depending on the other column is, you have to give the list of numbers. What are the numbers you want to fill here? You can add the list of numbers on the right side. No sir, it has to be calculated on the existing column is, write the function to the existing column. Is the points are clear guys? Now, so like this we are going to add the columns or delete the columns. So the difference between the calculated measure versus calculated column is the difference is clear guys, everyone? Even this column also I'm removing. There is no use now. I'm removing this column also. Delete. Delete means it will be deleted. Which will be deleted? In the table view, even that column also will not be available. Okay, difference between calculated measure versus calculated column. Both are clear, measure versus column. Now, within the transform data, what are the transform data you are having? So here the steps are available. My expenditure is back. The expenditure, whatever I have removed, the expenditure is back. Sir, now I want to, here expenditure is back, sir. Fine. Nice. Accepted. Whatever you are saying, accepted. At the same time, if I want to add a new column. Now, instead of adding the new column in the table view, add that new column in the Power Query. Don't add there, add here by clicking on the add column. Okay, what are the column you want to add? Add here instead of there. Okay, there also you can add, here also you can add. But the problem is, what are the applied steps are there? Here you can get the applied steps and you can modify. Is the points are clear? Now, I want to add a new column. What is a new column I want to add is here by creating a duplicate column. So for this one, I am going to create one more duplicate. See, it is copied. A duplicate column was created. Duplicate column is, it is creating it as it is. What are the column is that? The duplicate of that, it is getting created. Right? Next, again, I'm going to take the index column. Index column means it is going to create a index numbers starting from either 0 index number or starting with the 1 index number. For example, you require a serial number. Serial number 1, serial number 2, something you required. I want to add a new column for the serial number starting from the 1. And this rename I'm going to give as the serial number. 1, 2, 3, 4, like this it is created. So you can add some, or sir, in the Python index will get, right? Index number starts with the 0. So I want a new column with the index starting from 0. It will start with the 0. No sir, I want to take the number starting from 1 to range of. Range function you want to apply or something with the starting different number. Then you can select the different number. Which are the different number you are interested? Sir, I want to start with the starting index is 11. I want to start with the 11. Every time it has to be incremented with 2. N number will be setted automatically. That is not in your hand. Okay. Starting should be 11. Every time it has to be incremented with 2. See 11, 13, 15, 17 like this. It is nothing but range function. Range of starting and increment you are giving in between n number automatically. According to the number of rows, it will add. Okay. Is the point is clear? This is called as index column. Index column is clear for everyone. And Duplicate column also clear. If you want to create a duplicate of this one more column as is this one, what you are going to do? Click on the duplicate. Duplicate column will be created. Now, if you want to delete the column, what you have to do? Just you are going to click on this and right click on this, click on the remove. Remove the column. What are the column is there? Remove. And if you want to remove any duplicate columns, duplicate column. So duplicate column here, or if you click on the duplicate column here, both are same. Sir, once I right click here, what are the options are there? Almost here also same options. Both are same. Sometimes it will be easy to do here, or sometimes it will be easy to do here. If you do the Control C, what is Control C? Copy. Now, instead of right click on that, and if you click on the copy also, same answer na. So two options you will have, miss, not a problem. Whichever we feel easy, that one only we are going to choose. Right? This is index column, this is duplicate column, and already you know format. Sir, what is the difference between, in the transform also format is available, here also format is available. Assume this one only. Let's go with the sheet 4. In the sheet 4, if I click on the format uppercase, it has converted to uppercase. Already we know, no sir, yesterday only told, right? Okay, where it has modified? In the original one or created one? In the original one it has created. No, it has to not be done like that. Previous one should be asked is uppercase value should be as a new column. Then what you have to do? Click on the new add column. Here, click on the uppercase. Now you'll get a separate column for the uppercase. Point is clear. Sir, my simple question, sir. Ask. What are the question you are having? Ask. Sir, here, okay, I'm going to take in the pandas. Import. I'm going to import the pandas as PD. Okay. And PD dot read underscore Excel. And you are going to load the Excel. What is the Excel file? Where this Excel file is located? DF. This file name is df.xlxna, where it is available in the desktop. So let me copy the path. Okay, what are the path is there? And I'm going to write the R. Okay, now here it has to load the sheet name. What the sheet name is equal to sheet 4. It has to load the sheet 4. So now I have got the month. Now observe this one clearly. This is my DF. Same thing here also in the Power BI. In the Power BI also you are having the same way. Remove this column. Now you both are same. This one and this one both are same. Now DF of month. What are the month column is there? Dot str means it is converted to string. Now January string is added, means quotes are added. For February quote is added. For March quote is added. For April quote is added. Quotes. It has add the quotes. Sir, but here only Jan, this one na. Okay, let me remove this one. All the applied steps, let me remove each and every step. Okay, just I'm going to keep the first row as headers. Now this one and Python both are same now. Now both are same. Now string dot upper. Now what happens? str. For str we no need to use this one. Everything was converted like this. Okay, converted. Fine. Now after converted, you want to store in the same variable name or different variable name. See, still it is old only because I have not saved. Now I want to save in the same variable name. Left side, I'm writing the same variable name. When I write the left side same variable name, and if I print my df, now what happens? Now my df consists of uppercase. but I don't want like this. So if you want in the same column, like this, then what you have to do, click on the transform and click on the format, click on the uppercase. In the same column, it will be modified. No, sir, I don't want like this. Back, one step back. I'm going again one step back. Here also one step back. Now, in the in the Python, I don't want like this. My requirement is string dot upper only. Whatever is there, everything. But it has to create a new column separately. A new column separately. And it has to give like this. Now left side you are writing a new column name. Earlier what you have written is same column name. Now left side you are writing a new column name. I want like this means then click on the add column and click on the format and upper. It will create a new column. This is this one. If you want a new column, this is the code. If you want in the same column, this is the one. In the transform, same column, add column is new column. Difference is clear now? What is the difference between transform versus add column? Transform versus add column is transform means in the same column, add means it will create a new one. Options are same. Here whatever the options are available, here also options will be the same. There is no difference. Only difference is existing column modification, creating a new column. Only that is the difference. Clear guys? Both of them? Now, so again, here you can click on the format uppercase, lowercase like this. What is the difference means? It will create a new column. Yesterday, what are the options we have discussed? Instead of doing on the same existing column, we are creating a new columns. Okay. Now, coming to this extract. So in the this one, tell me guys, if I click on the extract and if I click on the first characters, okay, and if I'm extracting only 3 characters, what is the output? Jan, FED, MAR, APR. Where it will be stored? New column or existing column? In the existing column, because you have selected the transform. So in the existing column. But I don't want in the existing column. It has to create a new column. Then here, add column, click on extract, first 3 characters. Click on the OK. Sir, same thing can you show in the Python? Absolutely. You want a new column, df of month dot instead of string upper string of, once it is converted to string, we are applying the slicing up to 3. Up to 3 means 0, 1, 2 na? And it will give the 0, 1, 2. Point is clear. So how to extract first 3 characters means like this. Once it is converted to string, we know all the string functions na? Now it is also string only, right? All it is are applying on the string only, right? This is also string, this is also string. Now we should know how to convert a column to string means that column dot str. Dot str will be converted to string. Once it is converted to string, if you are interested, just print this one only so that you will understand clearly. Okay. Dot string means just adding the quotes to the every record. Adding quote to the every record. After adding the code to every record, everything now in the string format. After converting to string format, okay, let me store this one in the df of month. Now, see, it is saying that, okay, after converting, what you want? You have converted fine. After that, what you want? So either you convert to uppercase or you are going to extract something, right? What purpose you have converted? Already it is in the alphabets only now. If you see the quotes, what happens? If you don't see the quotes, what happens? Just what additionally you want. So I want to extract the 3 characters. You are extracting 3 or 2 characters or 1 character or anything. Okay. Or you are just applying the length function dot string. and you are applying the length function on this. What are the length is the length function. Now, length function cannot be applied on this variable. Then I'm going to ask, what is the other option to calculate the length function? Number of characters. Count the number of characters. So I'm going to take in terms of slicing. Slicing with all of them. Is the point is clear, everyone? So like this, you can extract the data here. First characters, last characters, range, text before delimiter, text after the delimiter, text between the delimiters. So whatever we have discussed yesterday, same logic one more time. Only difference is yesterday we have discussed to store in the same column. It is new column. Points are clear? Now here I'm having the expenditure and I'm going to add a new column. In that new column, I'm adding. See, add means for every expenditure value, I'm adding plus 20. What is the meaning of this? For every value, plus 20 will be added. In the pandas, what is the code? DF of expenditure plus 20. Plus 20 means what happens? For every value, 20 will be added. For every value, 20 was added by creating a new column. Sir, I want total, sir. Total is a single value or column? Single value. Single value is called as measure. In add column, measures cannot be done. Add column, adding column will be created, not measures. Measure means separate. So you want with respect to adding a column, which is possible. So these are the things are which are possible. Multiplying, subtracting, dividing, and modulo, percentage, percent of. These are the possibilities for creating a new column. So what are the new columns are available? We can add the new columns in this way. So adding the, whenever you want to add as a new column, click on add column in the Power BI. Is the points clear, everyone? And similarly, you can even apply the absolute values, square root, logarithmic. For example, you are observed that for this particular one, I want to apply the log, np.log. Okay, why to apply np.log? To the base 10. Natural means to base E. Base 10. I'm applying the base 10. I'm going to get the output like this. Is the points are clear? So np.log 10. Do you remember? We'll apply in the transformations. np.exp, np.log, power transmission, root transformation we have done to convert the skewed data to normal distributed data. Same thing. So you can take the power transmission. You can select the power in the power 2, power 3 or any number. If you want any other number, select what are the number you want. With what number you want to rise. 2, 3, 4, 5. What number you want to rise. And similarly, root transformation. I want to apply the cube root. Okay. Or fourth root or fifth root. Then in the power transmission only you are going to apply. How you are going to apply fourth root means 1 by 4. X to the power of 4 means power transmission. X to the power of 1 by 4 means fourth root transformation. Do you remember that one? In the pandas when we have discussed? Yes or no? Okay. So in the here when we are discussing in the Python, I told you that what are the data transformations are there. Right? So here you are having the first one is log. What is meant by log? How to apply the same log in the Power BI? How to create a new column with the log column like this? How to create? Just by clicking on the add column. In the add column, you have to select the for which column you want to apply the log. First, you have to select that particular column. And after that, you have to click on the log. Automatically, it will apply the log transformation on that. So here, whatever the data set you have loaded, that is stroke data set, load the same data set and create a same column. Right? Next, after that, you are having the root transformation. What is meant by root? Power 1 by 3. Power 1 by 3. What is that power 1 by 3 means? Cube root. Power 1 by 4. What is this? Fourth root, fifth root, sixth root, seventh root. What is the difference between this one versus this one? What is the difference? Here you have taken 1 by n x to the power of 1 by n, which is nothing but nth root of x, x to the power of n. This is called as root transformation. This is called as power transformation. Why we'll apply root transformation and power transformation means to convert the skewed data to normal distributed data. In the Python, only these things we have learned, right? What are the things we have learned in the Python? Log, root, exponential, power. These are the four now. Can you see here? Nth root, log, and power, exponential. Total 4. And these 4 only is available here. First one is power, root, exponent, log. And also I told you absolute value. Do you remember the absolute values? To convert all the negative values. Okay, when I have told you this absolute, do you remember anyone? In the modules, import math.abs, which gives the absolute values. To convert negative values, when you are having the negative values, you can convert. Open your functions and modules nodes, automatically you will find. And at that time I told you why I'm discussing only these functions, why I'm not discussing other functions means also I told you this one. These are only used in the real life. And factorial function also I have told you. So here what are the functions are there? Every function I have explained for you. What is absolute means? Any negative values are there, every value will be converted to positive. Power. Next, for example, this one is there. I want to make the round figure. For every column, I want to make the round figure. Then I'm going to clicking on round. Up to how many decimals? You can give here round up to decimals of 2 decimals. Up to 2 decimals, I want to make the round figure. So it is going to create a new one with up to 2 decimals. Round figure up to 2 decimals. Sir, why it is creating, sir? Unnecessarily creating a new column is waste, right? In the same column only can't we get? Then you should not click on the add column. Where you have to click? In the transform. In the transform, you have to click on the round. Then it will be applied up to round of 2 decimals. 2 decimals means 2, 3 means 3. What are the things? Round up means it will take directly to the whole number. Okay. So round up to how many decimals? You can choose here number of decimals. And if you want additional, whether it is a even, whether it is odd, and what is a sign, something like this. It is returning the, for example, here I'm having the values like this, and I'm going to click on the add column, information, sign. What is the output you are going to get? 1, 1, 1, 1. What is the meaning of 1 means positive. It is positive number. For negative numbers, you are going to get the minus. Now, for example, let me take this one. Let me remove this. Remove this. Everyone is clear, right? There is no use now. Everyone. Anyone has any questions? If you have any questions, please ask. Now, here I'm going to click on the add column, and within the add column, here it is asking to enter the values. As per my choice, I can enter the values by creating a new column like this. Okay, this is creating a new column. Now instead of creating the new column, okay, can you explain with a particular data set? Yes, all these things we are going to take any data set and we will do the all the things at the end. As of now, small examples we are discussing. By taking one data set and we can complete all these things. Because in a single data set, every option will not be used, right? In the real-time projects. Point is clear. Now, so here is even, is odd. Now I'm setting this one and I'm going to click on the is odd. What is meant by is odd means? So this is even number. It is odd number means false. Odd number true. Odd number false. Odd number false. Odd number true. Odd number false. Odd number false. Is odd. Is always gives the output as true or false. Now is even. For example, for this one, I'm applying the is even. What is even? Even number. True, false, true, true, false, true, true. Is the points are clear? Is even and is odd. Now, this is even. Is even means it is going to check the given number is even number or odd number. Rounding also completed. Trigonometry. Anyways, trigonometric functions we are not going to use. This you can ignore. In your case, you can ignore. Okay. Sir, why this one is included in our case? If it is ignored means why they have added means, as I have told you, Python or Power BI, it is not included only for a data analyst role. It will be used for other purpose also. Mathematicians, they may use for this who are working on the trigonometric functions. Okay. You are not going to get any data set which consists of trigonometric values. So trigonometric functions we don't need to learn. In our daily routine life of data analyst, we don't require. Right? So statistics functions are completed. Standard functions also, you know. Next, scientific functions, rounding functions, and information. Everything are completed. Anything is pending here. Either in the transform, within the transform also same thing is available. In the add column also same thing is available. Only difference is it will replace, it will create. Transform means it will replace. Now, what is the sign information? As one of the student is asking, what is sign? Sign means wherever the positive values are there, it will give us 1. Wherever the negative values are there, it will give the output as 0. Right? So, for that, what we have to do means, just I'm going to add a new column. Okay? Let me add a new column. No need of this one. Custom column. I'm creating a custom column. And the column name. What is the column name is? Profit or loss. And which is equal to, okay, sales minus expenditure. Click on the insert and click on the OK. Now you got this one now. Profit or loss, that is 100 minus 20, 80 profit. Now in this, I'm going to add the information with sign. Can you see here? 3 are positives, 1, 1, 1. This is negative. Which are the negative values are there? It is going to give the negative values as -1. Which are positive values are there? It is going to give the +1. Right? Guys, don't worry. I have not completed DAX functions still. Multiple functions are there. Just I'm showing you the options only. I have not even entered into the DAX functions. In reality, the main functions I have not even entered. The functions, only some functions, you know what are the sum functions is? Statistics functions only. Sum, average, minimum, with respect maximum, standard deviation. Only these functions you know as of now. Apart from that, you are going to have multiple functions. Okay, logical functions are there, calculated functions are there, multiple functions are there. We are going to discuss one by one. Right? So all the options, whatever is present here is completed. Yes. Anything is pending? within this. Now, as one of the student is asking the question, what is this conditional column? So custom column is, we are going to create the custom column as per our requirement. Now, here conditional column. What is a conditional column? Now, here you are going to write the condition. If sales are greater than or equal to 200, then output should be my requirement satisfied. Yes, this is my requirement. Okay, else it has to give as no. Now see here, sales are greater than 200, no. 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 Sales are greater than or equal to 200, yes. Sales are greater than 200, yes. What is my requirement is, based on the condition, I want a new column like this. It has to check the condition. And according to the condition, it has to give the output either yes or no. So which, for example, some months will be there. In that month, sales will be there. That says whether that I'm going to give the number 100, if whether the 100 was achieved or not. Is the point is clear? Conditional based column, you are going to write the condition, and based on the condition, it is going to give the column. Point is clear? Your question is clear? Conditional column is this one. Should I explain with one more example? Bindu? Conditional column. Let's take a conditional column like this. Wherever the profit is positive. Okay, I got the profit. Profit means what? What is meant by profit? I want the column like this, guys. Remove this. Remove this. Now I want a new column such a way wherever the value of profit is greater than 0, it is called as profit. If the value is less than 0, it is called as loss. I want a column like that, profit and loss. The column name should be like that. Then I'm going to write the conditional column. It has to be added. A new column has to be added. And the column name is custom. What are the column name? You are interested, you write the column name. I'm going to write in terms of whether it is profit or loss. This is the column name. And condition is, if profit or loss column is less than 0. Less than 0 means what it is called as loss. Otherwise, what it is called as else. What is called as profit. If it is less than 0, it is called as loss. So I'm going to get like this. Is the point is clear? Bindu. Conditional column. Index column, conditional column, duplicate column, all of them. Done, guys? So this is in terms of Power Query. And next we are going to discuss the view. So here we are having the data profiling. Okay, the concept name is called as data profiling. So what is meant by data profile? Means like this. So total in that particular column, how many records are there? Regarding that particular data, you are going to get values like this. In that, how many distinct values are there? Okay, all this related to individual column, you are going to get the data, and from here we'll continue in the tomorrow's class. If you are having any questions, please ask, or we'll continue in the tomorrow's class with the data profiling. It will take maximum around half an hour of time. Even I can complete now also, time is there, that is not a problem. But the point is, already we have discussed multiple things in the today's class. And if I add some more things, because here you have to write the running notes, and the same thing you have to practice, because I can't share you the notes. So just I'm asking the students, please clearly write everything. And in the tomorrow's class, We'll continue from here with the view. It will take first 20 minutes or half an hour of time. And even from that, we'll continue with the DAX functions. Advanced DAX functions will continue. And the DAX functions will take 1 or 2 days. Additional DAX functions. Right? If you are having any questions, you can ask. What are the questions you are having? Yes, delete. Deleting the data, duplicate data, reference data. Okay, we'll discuss. Log transformation file. Already I have shared now. In the Python, have I not shared you the log transformation file? Data transformations. Could you open once? Just give me a minute. Just open your Google Drive. In the Google Drive, check in the Python. Within the Python folder, in that there is, sorry, there is no data transformation folder now. Okay, done. Done. I'm going to add the data transformation. First, tell me guys, did I explain that one? That one I have explained, right? At that time only the stroke prediction first time you are seeing, right? I have explained, right? In the class, how to convert the skew data to normal distribution data. So the data transformation file, just I'm going to share you. Yeah, you explained, but you have not shared the notes. Done. I'm sharing the notes. Just give me a minute. And along with the stroke prediction data, both. Yes, I have uploaded. You can check in the data transformation folder within the Python. Swapna, you can check now once. Next, others. Others, could you please confirm? Any questions within whatever we have discussed? Apart from it to be discussed? Within the discussed one, any questions guys? Within the discussed one. Done. Others, you can leave. If no questions, you can leave. And whatever we have discussed till now, please complete that first. Okay? By taking the data set and practice each and every example. While practicing, write a detailed notes in your notebook. Write the detailed notes. Okay? Because here, when we share what are the data we are having, what are the data and what are the things. If you want, I'll also share from my end what are the Power BI files are there. I'll share for that. But the problem is you can see directly answers, but you can't see the procedure. Which option I have selected? Which option I have selected, you don't know. So that option, while listening only, you'll understand very clearly. Done. Others, if no questions, you can leave. Which one? Hmm. In the healthcare, what? COVID is okay. Uh, have you checked that? What is the title of that one? COVID-19 analysis. Type that same type in the Google. Yeah, have you checked in the Google? Type that same project title in the Google once. And once you type the what are the project in your mind, just type in the Google. In the Google, in the first page itself, you are getting the answer. Means it is a waste project. It should not be available in the Google in the first website itself. Then no one will think that you have done. Everyone will think that you have copied only. Okay. Yeah, guys. If you're having any questions, please ask. Ashwini, Sarika, Madhura, Namrata, Rohit. Are you having any questions, guys? Done.